Levinson, Managing Partner with Levinson and Associates. First off, I want to thank everybody for joining us on today's webinar, especially on the middle of a Friday afternoon with a holiday weekend for some of us. So thank you very much. Joseph Loughran is also on the call with us. He's our Marketing VP. And we have a lot to cover today, so I'm just going to take a second to give you a 100-foot overview of what we're going over in today's presentation. So as you know, or as you've heard, we just had our annual Agent Expo, and that was about 10 days ago. We were very, very excited and thrilled with the number of agents and GAs. In fact, it was our record number that we have ever hit in the 38 years that we've been in business. So we couldn't be any more excited about that. And it just goes to show you that we are very different from the competition in that we don't just bring commissions, service, good product to the table, that our value-added proposition is we give a complete turnkey sales platform that not only allows our agents to have the best products and commissions and best service, of course, but you also have different tools and sales programs to help get your foot in the door and share your story. Okay, all of that combined with the latest and greatest technology, so you can use Facebook, social media, have your own website, use different CRM tools, have all your marketing templates, basically everything done for you. The way we look at this is, if you think back, let's say 20, 30, 40 years ago, it was very common for, let's say, a life insurance agent to come out of high school or college and go work for a Mass Mutual or a MetLife, and you became captive and you made, whatever, 30, 40% commission, and they gave you a whole back office with a secretary if you were lucky, and you took a huge commission reduction, but they gave you all of the tools that you needed to go out and hopefully become a successful agent and teach you the ropes more or less. So our philosophy is just like that, okay? We want to have that same type of feel, just like the captive side. So you have your complete back office, all of your technology, sales ideas, programs, and tools that you don't have to pay for that kind of come included in the contract, if you will. But the best part is you stay 100% independent. You don't answer to anybody. You don't have to sell only our products and companies. You can sell with whoever you would like. The only thing we ask, obviously, is we hope you do as much as you can with us, because we're paying for all of this stuff behind the scenes, and we don't charge our agents. So that's kind of the 100-foot overview on why Levinson and Associates has been successful and why we're growing at the rate that we have over the last probably 10 to 15 years. It's been nonstop. So we're very thankful, and all of this growth is just for one reason, and that's our agents and GAs that work with us. So we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. So going backwards just a little bit, our value-added proposition is to provide all this great stuff to our agents, and again, not just give you a great product to go out and sell and say, here's the 800 number to the home office, and if you need anything, you can call them. We take just the opposite approach, and that's kind of what we touched on at our annual Agent Expo. We had almost 200 agents at the Expo, and we have almost 10,000 agents across the country. So most of our agents, unfortunately, couldn't be there, so we wanted to have this webinar overview today so our other agents can get a feel for what exactly we talked about, what sales ideas were relayed from our office VPs to our agents. You can take notes. We can even send you the full presentations after the call. You just let us know if you're interested, and we can get those sent out to you. So we're also going to announce at the end of the webinar, in about 45 minutes roughly, give or take, our 150th registrant for today's webinar will win a free 16 gig tablet, which we will mail out to you Monday or Tuesday of next week. So we'll announce the winner at the very end of the presentation. Okay, so Joe's going to start off with our upcoming agent training events, and we like to do these on a weekly basis just to kind of keep our agents in the loop of what's new, what's hot, what's not in our insurance industry. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So just wanted to highlight some upcoming agent training sessions. Just like you registered for today's webinar, you will be receiving emails with all the updated links. You can also go right to kerrylevinson.com, and on that main website, you'll be able to register and actually access the online training calendar and actually see all the webinars that are upcoming for about the next 3.5 to 4 months. So a couple of neat calls that we have for next week, starting Tuesday, which is the 26th. At noon, we actually have a webinar that's co-hosted by Phoenix. We're going over index annuity products, really focusing how to market for that index annuity marketplace. Phoenix has a great suite of products. We're going to highlight some of those during that call. And then that same day, later in the afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern, we're actually having an underwriting call with Prudential Life to discuss how to underwrite diabetes. You know, the underwriting manuals have come a long way, even just from 5-6 years ago. So we're going to talk about how Prudential can really be competitive in those type of impaired risk cases, which has always really been their niche. Now on Thursday, which is the 28th at 2 p.m. Eastern, we're going over an exclusive platform that Levinson agents have access to. That's our scholarship platform. We do have a slide later on in the presentation that briefly covers it, but you're going to learn how to use this exclusive platform to get in front of more clients, to generate more sales, and really show you how to retain those clients and offer them something that no other agent in the country is going to be able to offer them. You can always access our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, type in Levinson and Associates. Right now we have well over 100 different training videos on different products, platforms, and even just basic information on how to access some of the tools that we're going to be covering in today's call as well.
Okay, thanks, Joe. Okay, so I'm going to talk about our Tony Robbins guest speaker first, and that's Mike Savage. So Mike came on right after lunch, and he was our keynote speaker. He is the actual guy that introduces Tony at 99% of his expos and speeches, and literally in the world, including Fiji. So Mike happens to be a good friend of mine. He's my personal coach and mentor, and he actually had 2 sessions throughout the day. So it was really a great takeaway for all of our agents. And what we did is we pulled out some of the good slides that really touched on me personally that we wanted to share with our agents on today's call. So the first one is, and I just love the message that this gets across here, is why do people fail to achieve what they want? And it's fear. Resources are rarely the problem. It's usually a question of being resourcefulness. Okay, so basically you don't have to know everything, but it's knowing where to get what's needed and using your head, thinking outside the box. And a great example is the KFC story, okay, Colonel Sanders, which we all know. Okay, obviously he wasn't a born businessman that went to Harvard. Okay, he went out there, he had this great chicken recipe, so he thought, and which it turned out later that he did. So he knocked on doors and businesses, and he constantly was told no and had the door slammed on his face. And of course, he kept going. He was resourcefulness, didn't stop. The 1,001 no, I'm sorry, the 1,000th no that he received, he knocked on one more door. So number 1,001, he received a yes, and that's what made KFC the business that it is today. So obviously, Colonel Sanders didn't take no for an answer. He was resourcefulness and made it happen. Okay, another great point that Mike got across was how change, especially this day and age, is crucial. Okay, you must, and I always say this on our webinars, you have to wear 2 hats. One is looking straight and the other is looking north. Okay, the reason why the other hat is looking north is because you have to see what's coming next. You have to be ahead of the curve, ahead of your competition. And we help you with all of that when it comes to our industry. So obviously, make sure you're on our webinars. Look at our Facebook updates. Check out our homepage on kerrylevinson.com. And we're constantly launching new products, new ideas, new programs, because we want to keep you ahead of the curve. And even more, or as important, is we want to keep us as an IMO ahead of the curve and our competition. So very, very important. The next slide here talks about not changing and not being ahead of the curve. And here's a great example that Mike brought up. So 1974, actually this was right before I was born. I came in 1975, but of course we all remember Walmart, Sears, Kmart, how the battle went on, and how in 74, Walmart started with 78 stores, okay? If you look at Sears and Kmart, they had over 2,000 stores. The combined market value of Sears and Kmart was 65 times the size of Walmart. Okay, so obviously they were the small player at this time, and they came into a business, and they had to make changes and be innovative and be ahead of the curve and take chances, just like Colonel Sanders did, right? So let's fast forward and look at today, okay? So today, 2016, where is Walmart versus Kmart? Where are they now? Walmart has over 10,000 stores and over $444 billion in sales. Kmart, bankrupt. They actually had to merge with Sears back in 2005. A $1,000 investment in Walmart in 1974 would be worth over $419,000 today. Wow, that would have been a great investment if we all would have known, right? I mean, that's the whole key there. But the point is, Walmart came in and they said, you know, we have to be innovative. We have to take chances. In fact, I think they even have a grocery store now in the Super Walmart. So they went out and made waves, and look at where they are today. And what did Kmart do? They sat back. Okay, they used the same storefront, same colors, same designing in their stores as Walmart. Went to the internet, created a website, internet shopping. They took chances, and that's exactly what we all have to do as agents and IMOs, and that's what we're here to help you with. It's our job to kind of pave the way, if you will, and bring out the latest tools and technology so our agents can be successful, because we all want to be the Walmarts. We don't want to be the Kmarts out there, right? Just like, and I'll just talk about this for a second. You look at the whole, I used to talk about this all the time, with Kawasaki jet skis and Yamaha jet skis. And years and years ago, Kawasaki came out with the stand-up jet ski where they were the only game in town, and they owned like 92% of the market share. So 10, 15 years later, Yamaha comes out with their first jet ski, and they made a change and took a chance. So what they did, they were smart. They sent surveys or letters out to all these Kawasaki stand-up jet ski owners, and they said, we know you love your jet ski, but if there was one thing that you would change, what would it be? And they all said, God, you know, we'd love to sit down once in a while because we get real tired out there. So Yamaha came out with the first sit-down jet ski called the Wave Runner, we all know today. And guess what? Now Yamaha owns 70% of the market share. So they went out, they weren't afraid to make changes, and that's why Walmart and Yamaha are where they are today. Okay, very, very important lesson for all of us. With a big enough why, you can figure out the how, and that goes with everything in life. Okay, the iGenius platform. This is the way that we are changing the industry and taking chances and keeping our hat on, always looking to the north. Levinson changing the industry. If you look at our quick timeline here, March of 15, we introduced first instant online issue, 100% client-driven term life product called Lightning Term. Okay, you fast forward about 7 months later, we made the cover of Insurance Newsnet magazine, and the story was about expanding your sell while you sleep platform. Okay, that's making changes. The younger generation now, they want to go on your website. They want to run quotes. They want to sign up online. They don't want to meet with you on a Wednesday night at 8 o'clock at their kitchen table. They don't want to fill out a 30-page application. They don't want to get seen by a Portamed nurse to do a blood and urine exam. Okay, so obviously there's still a need and fit for those type of products, but you also have to have the other side covered as well for the 22-year-old that just got married that wants to go on your site, run a quote, sign up online, 1, 2, 3, they never have to meet anybody and they're done. That's sell while you sleep, okay? Fast forward, 2016, April, industry's first guaranteed level lightning issue term product launched. So what did we do? Just like Yamaha did, okay? They went out and they said, we know you love your Kawasaki stand-up jet ski, but if there's one thing you want to change, what would it be? And they all said, we would love to have a seat so the jet ski is more comfortable. We did the same thing with our lightning term product. We went back, okay, only a year later, we said, everybody loves the concept, but they want to see a guaranteed level product. They want to have a choice and give a client the choice to have a decreasing mortgage type term product or a guaranteed level option. So we answered the prayers and we came out with the first lightning issue term that's 100% level and guaranteed, just approved. The state approvals are working on as we speak, so we will announce those. I would say in probably 4 to 8 weeks we'll have most of the states approved. So as you can see, Levinson and Associates is changing the way that we and our agents do business by constantly looking ahead of the curve and making whatever changes are necessary. And I think the proof is in the pudding there if you look at our timeline. Okay, the iGenius Advantage. Now, the iGenius platform is our turnkey sales platform that we give free to all appointed agents. It's that simple. You don't even have to write a certain amount of premium. Okay, very important here. If you look at the bottom, value proposition. Okay, you have to do the same thing with your clients. Use our scholarship program, our new Index UL calculator, so you can go present and talk about new things, not just life insurance, which is the same old story. Grow your team, okay? Obviously, we have great tools, products, proprietary programs, so you can use all this and market to other agents and build your own hierarchy. We have a new tracking tool where you go on our website, you can see all of your business, and then you can see all of your downlines business. You can see licensing, you can see commissions, approved cases, declined cases, everything updated in real time. Increase effectiveness. Let our back office support team do all of the work for you. We even have an in-house underwriter now for any decline cases or rated up cases. Call Amanda, run any scenario by her, and she can tell you exactly what company, what product will fit, and who's going to look best for that certain client. Increase sales and revenue. By utilizing all of these sales platforms, it gives you one leg up on your competition. So just keep your eyes open. If there's anything that you want us to dive into a little deeper, let us know. We have 5 marketers that are here strictly to help our agents make more sales. So pick up the phone, call them anytime. Okay, these are some of the latest and greatest tools that make up our iGenius platform. I'm going to touch on this briefly, and then we're going to move forward here. So real quick, e-requirement, really, really neat. And the reason why, in the past, let's say you wrote an application with, let's say, Banner Life, and the client scuba dives, and they need a scuba questionnaire filled out. So you have to go on our website, print the form, fax, scan, or mail it to the client, have them fill it out, sign it, wait for it to come back, then forward it to us. We send it to the company. Obviously, you lose a lot of time. With the new e-requirement system, which is free to all of our agents, you literally go into our website after you get an email update. So you just click on the link. It goes right into e-requirement on our website. It's single sign-on, so you don't have to log in again. And you literally choose which client that you need. It says scuba questionnaire. You click on it. The form comes up in front of you. You have the client on the phone fill out the answers on your computer online. Hit submit. We get a copy. The carrier gets a copy. You get the green light and you are done. Okay, this saves a lot of time for the agent, for the client, for us, and you get paid faster. So everybody wins. These are things that cost a lot of money, but we take care of everything and all costs behind the scenes. So we're actually rolling that out as we speak. Our proprietary E&O plan, $395 for $1 million of coverage. Okay, that's a huge discount. And that covers all carriers, not just our carriers. Okay, very important, covers B+ rated carriers or better, not just A- rated carriers. Another big leg up. Use this stuff to recruit. We have email marketing templates that we already created for you. They're all compliant. We can even integrate your logo, contact information, so you can push a send button and you're done. Okay, I recommend you dripping on your whole database at least once a month. We have a complete training library to keep you up to speed. We have Life Insurance 101 courses, books, CDs. We have different training webinars. Everything is available at no charge. We have our automated underwriters, Evaluate and X-Ray. This does all of the underwriting work for you, okay? Even if it's a Sunday afternoon and we're closed, you can put in a client's height and weight, what medications they're on, $100,000 face amount, 20-year term. The system will tell you what company, what health class, and what premium works first. You can even add professional designations to your business card or title. Okay, we have different courses that are offered at a co-op rate that you can take advantage of. This gives you different reasons to market and visit clients, not just the typical old life insurance sales 101. We have different exclusive lead programs and mailers that are only available through Levinson. I encourage you to use all this stuff. Very important. Okay, moving forward here. I know I'm running a little long here, and I apologize. The scholarship platform, okay, this is exclusive to us. It's available now with most of our carriers and products. This is so simple to use and market and sell. Now, okay, you can talk about college planning, financial planning. You can give little Johnny a 1-year scholarship valued at $30,000, $40,000 to any of our 350 colleges across the country just for the client buying a policy with you. No one else can do this stuff. There's no commission reduction. The client doesn't pay more premium. This is a no-brainer. We built a complete platform around the scholarship program that gives you all of the education pieces, marketing flyers, email blasts, mailers. We even have a college scholarship gift certificate you can give out at expos or presentations or seminars just for the person going to meet with you. They don't even have to buy a policy, and they get a $500 scholarship. So it's really, really neat, and it keeps your name in front of your clients. Also, if you want to learn more, we made a lot of updates to the program. It's a lot easier now. We're having a webinar next week on the 28th. So if you want to make a note, that's 4/28. We're having a scholarship webinar that me and Joe are hosting. We'll talk about all the new additions. Okay, moving forward here. Our iGenius platform includes free custom retail websites. This is the website that you're going to use for your clients, okay? We have built-in quote engines, built-in lead capture. We have different calculators your clients can use. The best part is when your client goes in, you get an email that says, hey, Bill, Michelle Smith is on your website. She just ran a term life quote. So you can pick up the phone, call Michelle, and make the sale. Okay, we made this platform bigger and better for 2016. We have mobile templates now, so your clients can literally log on from their iPhone and run quotes and even buy insurance from an e-application, okay, and you're kept in the loop. And, of course, you make all the commissions and you know everything that's going on. This is free, okay? Take advantage. If you want to check it out, go to insprofessional.com. That is our website we put together so you can go in and design your own free site and, of course, make any ongoing changes. But very important, especially to grow your business moving forward. Okay, also, brand new. We just completely renovated, redid our CarrieLevinson.com website. Okay, you talk about keeping with the times, making waves, making changes. That's exactly what we do, and that's exactly what we did here with our CarrieLevinson.com website. This has all the latest and greatest technology and tools. I encourage you to go check it out. Okay, we made a lot of changes, and the best part is we are now making a mobile app. Okay, so you can have everything at your fingertips right from your iPhone or any smartphone or Android device. That means you can run underwriting assessments, quotes, e-applications, get forms. Basically, everything that you do from our website, you will be able to do from your smartphone. So we are not stopping here. We're only getting bigger, better, and stronger, as you can see. Okay, one last slide, and then I'm going to introduce Joe. I know I'm talking a lot today. I'm very excited. As you can see, we have great, great stuff coming down the pipeline. Our lightning issue term. This has been a dream come true for me because I saw years ago, I saw the need for a term life product that can be sold online that is 100% client driven. So we launched the product a year ago. Here we are, fast forward, all of our agents, or most, are saying we love the concept, but we want to have a level guaranteed option as well. And we would love you to increase the face amount, which we did. Come out with a $150,000 max, and we have a level guaranteed option. So now, when your client goes in, they have a decreasing rate on the left side and the level guaranteed rate on the right side. Both come with a $5,000 scholarship, no additional charge, and you can see all the pluses below. We have unisex, unismoker, of course, the same 3 health questions. That's huge, and the application hasn't changed, still only 5 minutes. So we gave you all the pluses, and we have no minuses, which is always the name of the game. Okay, so now all of the carriers were told to come in and give us a great sales idea or concept that our agents can walk away with and make more sales. So Banner Life was the first company. Joe's going to take it from here and give you all the insight. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. And like Bill had mentioned, we'll be emailing everybody all the presentations that the presenters at the Expo actually use. So what we did was we kind of took the hot buttons and the most important things from those presentations, just due to time constraints, and made sure that we're delivering those hot topics with every single company. So Legal in General, Banner first, always has been one of the best term companies. Last year they actually were number 4 as far as term policies issued. They just added a new 25-year term to their portfolio. They also have a very, very neat thing that they just launched, which is their new streamlined underwriting program. Banner Life has always typically required exams for clients to actually get fully underwritten and issue a policy. They're now working on a streamlined process, and what's great is by working with Levinson and Associates, you have access to that streamlined underwriting program. It is in a very, very early stages, but we in fact had a couple cases just this week where there was exams that were actually waived for those clients that were in good health, and Banner Life actually issued those policies in a matter of days. So the great news about that is your policies are going to be able to get issued much, much faster. You're also going to be able to the same great rates. That streamlined underwriting program does not affect the rate or the premium that the client's going to be paying. So that's good news on all fronts. In addition to that, on the right-hand side of the screen, I've got the Quotes Done Right tool. This is something you can access. Like Bill mentioned, we do give out those free agent websites. Banner Life has a great tool called Quotes Done Right, where your clients can actually start a quote, answer some medical questions, go through the entire process, and actually submit a drop ticket on themselves. So it's a completely client-driven process. That's been in the works for over a year now with Banner Life, and we have access to it. If you're interested, let us know. We can get you signed up right away. The second presenter at the annual Agent Expo was MetLife. Of course, MetLife, having a great name, has always typically been one of our great whole life products, a great underwriting type of company. One really, really neat thing that MetLife actually discussed at the annual Agent Expo is their Enhanced Rate Plus program. This is basically, in a nutshell, a way for your clients that would be considered standard or better to actually go through the underwriting process without a pyramid exam and go from a standard rating to Preferred Plus. And I've actually included some details. Any client that's between the ages of 20 to 60 that's applying for either their 10-pay whole life or their brand new accumulator universal life policy, anywhere from 100,000 up to $1 million. Basically, the client does have to be a non-smoker to qualify, but they actually complete a ticket that actually goes to MetLife. There is a telephone interview process, which usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes. At the end of that call, MetLife determines whether or not that client qualifies for the Enhanced Rate Plus. We've been using this program for a little over 6-7 months now, and it is phenomenal for those clients looking for those accumulation universal life products or that 10-pay whole life. We've actually had some policies issued in just a matter of days. So very, very quick, very, very easy platform available through MetLife. The next presenter at the Expo was Protective Life. Protective has been one of our core and probably one of our top carriers for 2015 and 2016, not only for term coverage, but also for universal life. They've got some really, really competitive products, especially if you're in the market for a universal life policy you can actually dial down the death benefit on. Not only do they have a term product that's on a universal life chassis, so one of the great sales ideas that was discussed is 1035ing into a term-like policy to maximize the death benefit and dial in that coverage for all the way up to 30 years. Also, their Advantage Choice UL is an amazingly good cash value accumulation product. What's so neat about it is a surrender period is just 9 years, so you can really start to actually show clients some liquidity much earlier on than the competition. Also has a 2-year rolling target. They also have an Index Choice UL product, which is great for cash value, again, with a 2-year rolling target. Another great, great hot button with Protective Life that can help generate a lot of sales activity is their Extend Care Rider. This is basically a accelerated death benefit rider on the policy. It actually is for chronic illness. What's really neat is it acts just like an LTC rider, and you can go up to $10,200 per month of acceleration on that product. So definitely great for term and universal life business. Our next presenter at the Expo was our top disability income carrier, which is Illinois Mutual. Illinois Mutual is probably, as far as DI companies go, one of the most consumer-friendly companies that we actually have a contract with. One great topic they covered was their streamlined DI process for clients actually getting up to $3,000 of monthly income. They can complete that e-application through their website and get an answer within 2 business days, even without a pyramid exam. So they're going to waive that pyramid exam and proof of income for under $3,000 of monthly income. On the right-hand side of the page, I've actually displayed some of the Illinois Mutual marketing material. Like I mentioned before, they're really, really great at marketing to agents and giving you the tools you need to go out and actually interact with those clients. In fact, we've actually taken a lot of the consumer material that Illinois Mutual offers and actually taken those templates and develop them into our email marketing tool, so you can actually, with the click of a button, send out various marketing campaigns specifically for the Illinois Mutual DI product with client videos and calculators. So just a great DI company and some great streamlined ways to start getting into that DI marketplace. Our next presenter was North American. North American is actually our go-to index universal life product. They have several universal life and term products, but we really see them compete as that IUL marketplace. One thing that we touched on during the Expo was using a lot of the sales concept training material that North American has. A lot of agents will go out and sell index universal life as a retirement vehicle, but there's a lot of great consumer material that will show you how to use and show your clients how to use indexed universal life for annuity maximization, for building a legacy, even college funding, using that index UL product for not only college funding but then also retirement funding even after those parents have paid for that college education. One great tool which I've highlighted on this screen on the left-hand side is the Financial Objectives Discussion Guide. This is basically a fact finder that you can use with your client and really kind of figure out what their goals are, which sales concept is going to be best for them, and then you can go back to the North American library of different sales videos and concept training and use those sales kits that they developed for you. Another great thing about North American that I'll mention before I move on is on their IUL products, they actually have a no-cost chronic and critical illness rider that will accelerate up to 24% of the death benefit per year. So another great way to get your foot in the door and again, kind of set yourself apart from all the other IUL products that are out there. The next presenter was Assurity Life. Assurity has always been our go-to carrier for non-med term products. They've got a great rating, really competitive rates, whether it's disability, critical illness, universal life, whole life, even children's whole life. They've got some really, really neat products. And they actually just launched their joint whole life product. This is basically a first to die whole life product. So a lot of the products in the marketplace that we have access to now are second to dies. This product is first to die, so it's perfect for, you know, husband-wife type of scenarios, business partners for buy-sell agreements, and you can actually use it on a non-medical basis up to $149,999. What's really neat about this joint whole life product is most clients are concerned with the cost of the premiums they're going to be paying for whole life coverage. With this product, we've been illustrating like crazy being able to do a small portion of whole life and at a term rider. Now that term rider is still first to die. So whether it's a husband or wife, it doesn't matter who dies first, that death benefit is going to pay out upon the death of the first insured. So there's a lot of great ways you can approach that product, a lot of great ways you can get your foot in the door and really develop some additional sales concepts. Also, on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see a surety. They've always been known for their agent trips. They've had trips to Hawaii, to Puerto Rico, to Costa Rica. So this year, the 2017 Leaders Conference is actually in Dublin, Ireland, and that actually is going to be June 4th to 8th, 2017. So if you're interested, of course, a surety production qualifies to actually get you to Dublin, Ireland for that agent trip. The next presenter was Phoenix. Phoenix is one of our core companies, again, for non-med products. What we really talked about with Phoenix Life was not only their final expense product, but the Safe Harbor term product. This is a non-med term product that actually goes up to $400,000 on a non-medical basis. And you can actually even write up to $1 million with some abbreviated exams. So what's so great about this product is we've had cases go through the underwriting process and get issued and have a same-day offer. They have a great e-application that they just revamped about 6 months ago. It also comes, and I put this right in the middle of the screen, included at without any additional cost, the chronic, critical, and terminal illness rider. There's also an unemployment rider, so that if the client should become unemployed, they're going to not have to pay those premiums until they're able to get into a position where they can actually be gainfully employed and then afford those premiums. So a great non-med product with some living benefits, kind of all wrapped into one. Also, one of our core annuity companies is Equitrust. They actually were at the Expo, gave a great presentation. Josh Hoffman in our office, who is at extension 23, actually heads up the Levinson annuity division. So any questions you have regarding annuity products, or if you'd like to enter that marketplace, give Josh a call. The neat concept that Equitrust discussed is by using their products, they actually have a really, really neat form on their SPIA product where you can actually have a single premium immediate annuity actually fund a life insurance policy. This neat form here that I've displayed where clients can actually fill out this form so that when those income payments come to the client, we can actually use them to pay a life insurance contract directly, which is great if you don't want your clients to have to worry about cutting additional checks. We can set up that completely streamlined process by using the Equitrust products, which makes the whole transaction very, very simple and very, very easy for the client. Our next carrier here that presented was Lincoln Financial, probably one of our key companies for universal life products for cases that have a little bit of tough underwriting. Lincoln really focused on using their products, not only using their underwriting criteria, but also the competitive universal life and survivorship and IUL products. On the left-hand side here, we discussed their table reduction program. So if you have any clients that are looking at permanent coverage between the ages of 15 and 70, they can actually get a table reduction program up to 3 tables. So if that client were issued table 1, 2, or 3, they're going to shave those tables right off and give that client a standard rating. So any type of impaired cases you run into where you're looking for permanent coverage, Lincoln is really the go-to company. On the right-hand side, another great underwriting niche that Lincoln provides is for those clients that use, let's say, any sort of chewing tobacco, maybe they're a cigar smoker, they use a pipe. Lincoln will actually give that client a non-smoker rate, even if that urine test is positive for nicotine use. So if you combine that with that table reduction program, you're going to be able to save clients a lot of money versus the competition that may issue those clients at a table rating or even a smoker status. So really great products, again, from Lincoln, of course, with a great name. Our last presenter here was Mutual of Omaha. Mutual of Omaha has always had really, really strong universal life products. One really neat thing about their universal life products is they actually include, at no additional cost, something called the guaranteed refund option. And this basically answers most of the client's questions that have to do with, well, what if I never use the policy and I don't have any cash value inside of a no-lapse universal life product? What Mutual of Omaha did was they actually built in a return of premium rider on their universal life policies. So you'll see here in the 15th year, the client can get 50% of their premiums back. And then on the anniversaries from the 20th to the 25th year, that client can get 100% of premiums back at no additional cost. So it's just a great way to actually use their universal life product and beat out any other competition where that client's going to be paying for universal life but have absolutely no cash value. Another great thing with Mutual of Omaha is their accelerated death benefit rider for chronic illness. This is something extremely unique, and if you want to write this down, I think it's very important. Most accelerated death benefit riders or living benefit riders require that the client qualify medically, meaning if that client is issued table 4, 5, 6, or anything above a table 4, most companies will not allow the client to take advantage of their accelerated living benefits. Mutual of Omaha, regardless of the age or risk class, will issue a universal life policy that includes that long-term care living benefit rider at no additional cost. So again, if somebody gets issued table 7, table 8, they're still going to be able to take advantage of that chronic illness, which I think is pretty phenomenal, especially for somebody that maybe a client that may know that they're going to have to end up using it. It's a great way to really set them up financially to make sure all the bases are covered.
Okay, thanks, Joe. That was a lot of information in a short amount of time. What we're going to do is send out these slides to every single participant. Of course, call us, email us. You can even chat through the website now if you have any questions or you want brochures or client marketing pieces on any of the information that you saw. We have all of that in-house for you, and most of it's even on our website under the marketing tab. And there's even a client marketing tab now, which includes all of the retail pieces that you can go out and use to start to create that sizzle today. So last here is the mobile app that we're launching within about 10 more days here. This Levinson app will be free download on iTunes or the Android App Store, okay? So you'll literally press a button and you'll have the Levinson app that has all of the tools, as you can see on the iPhone screen in front of you. So this really will make doing business with us and the carriers a lot easier and more streamlined. You can see all of your cases and make comments to the case manager, all done through the app. It's going to be really cool. Okay, and the last slide here, I'm just going to say this one thing, and then I'm going to announce the tablet winner, which was the number 150th registrant for today's webinar. So obviously he got a little lucky, but he did win the tablet. So I'll just end with this. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. John F. Kennedy.